Are you ready to transform your summer into an epic splash-tastic adventure? Say goodbye to wasteful, single-use water balloons and hello to the ultimate in reusable, eco-friendly fun with reusable water balloons. Check out the link in the video description to get yours on Amazon today.
Two radio station hosts were sent questions by the Biden campaign ahead of interviews with the president after his disastrous debate. Earl Ingram, a host for WMCS in Battleground State, Wisconsin, and Andrea Lawful Sanders at WURD in Philadelphia, were both sent the talking points this week. The president is on an interview blitz to recover from his woeful debate performance and prove he can still handle unscripted situations. Both hosts said the questions were suggestions that they were under no obligation to use, and never felt pressured to do so. They ended up using most of them, they said, because the list covered timely topics like his debate performance and major campaign issues. Topics covered in the interviews included Joe Biden's accomplishments, what's at stake in the election, how the campaign was going in the two states, and what he would say to voters who were thinking of not voting. The questions were sent to me for approval. I approved them, Sanders told CNN on Saturday of her interview with Biden on Wednesday. Sanders said the campaign, not the White House, sent her 8 questions and she approved 4 of them for her show. Even with some of the potential questions known to him ahead of time, Biden gave a strange answer to one about his accomplishments. I'm proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, the first black woman, to serve with a black president, he told Sanders. Ingram said he was sent 5 questions and asked 4 of them. I didn't get a chance to ask him all the things I wanted to ask, he told ABC. To think that I was gonna get an opportunity to ask any question to the President of the United States, I think, is a bit more than anybody should expect. Ingram told CNN most of his listeners said they didn't want the president to step aside and let another Democrat challenge Donald Trump. This morning, for 2 hours, my phone lines were completely jammed as we had the conversation and the debate on whether or not this is something that should occur, he said. And I can tell you that the majority of the listening audience thought that we should leave it as it is, and it's a big mistake for the Democratic Party to attempt to force this on them as well as Joe Biden. The Biden campaign said it was not uncommon for interviewees to share questions they would prefer to answer ahead of interviews. These questions were relevant to news of the day. The president was asked about this debate performance as well as what he delivered for Black Americans, it said. We do not condition interviews on acceptance of these questions, and hosts are always free to ask the questions they think will best inform their listeners. Americans have had several opportunities to see him unscripted since the debate. Polls since the debate show Trump widening his lead over Biden, with average from various aggregators giving him a 2 to 3.3% edge head-to-head, and 2.5 to 4.9% advantage when third-party candidates are included. Despite some Democratic lawmakers openly calling for Biden to stand aside, and many more in private, the most obvious candidates to replace him appear unwilling. California Governor Gavin Newsom and Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer both, within minutes of each other, pledged their support for Biden as the nominee earlier this week. None of Biden's potential replacements are doing any better in the polls against Trump than the president, except Michelle Obama, who leads him by double digits.